So I'm not quite sure if this head and shoulders pattern is working out or not, but you know, and it's gonna be a little bit tricky to figure it out. That said, we got something on short term, but for this head and shoulders pattern, I think we're gonna put it on hold for right now. We are breaking certain levels up here as we saw yesterday, and you know, we came to some kind of resistance right now, so we're gonna see what's happening right now. And I think in the short term, I think it's a little bit bullish. I'm gonna show you why. Bam! The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Before we start, as always, there is a lot of altcoins. If you want to know what's good, what's not, what's pumping, what's not pumping, what's going left and right and stuff like that, check out the Patreon link down below. We do a lot of altcoins. That said, let's see what's happening here, guys. Let's see what's happening here. Now, the weekly time frame, we are bullish. We closed this weekly time frame. Look at it, man. Look at it. We closed above here. So, you know, how can you be bearish when it does that? Unfortunately, we are right now having what's called a divergence down here. Let me just clean up these two up here. This is RSI divergence. This down here is RSI. It's going down and the price is going up. So we don't like that. So it usually pushes down. Now, this is not confirmed divergence because we don't have any kind of red candle down here or two red candles. And by the time it is confirmed, it is usually too late because it's played out. So this doesn't tell us anything, but if we continue going up here, this of course will actually go up and there will be no divergence. So that's what we're actually looking for. We are looking for pump this week. That's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about, first of all, let's clean up everything, and we're going to go to the 4-hourly time frame. We're still going to use the RSI, and what I'm going to show you up here is that we have divergence on the 4-hourly time frame. So you can see this very nice two moves up here, and I think we're gonna get a third move as well. I'm gonna show you why, because this up here is a divergence. You can see that you know, pivot point to the pivot point goes towards downside. This one goes to the upside. That's divergence. That's pushing us down. Now we are being pushed down, but look at this. We go down, but this pivot point and this pivot point right now are not in sync. This is going down, this is going up. That's a bullish engulfing, that's a bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence. This is called hidden bullish divergence. And when this thing happens, usually you bounce towards the upside. So right now we are sitting at some kind of bottom down here at 10 moving average, and I'm seeing that this has potential to go up. Now, if it goes up again, what we are going to create another one of these divergences, which is actually going to pull us again towards downside. And what I'm seeing right up here right now, I'm seeing that we are creating maybe some kind of a rising wedge. So in the short term, I think we might be starting to create some kind of rising wedge, because usually these rising wedges are created this way. This is go something like this up here, give or take, it doesn't matter. I don't know if this is going to be bottom or we're going to fall a little bit down here again, but you can see already here that you know, from the bottom down here, this trend line is going very nice. So we are creating something like this up here, and I think there is coming one more push here because of this hidden bearish divergence. If we fall below the 20 moving average, you know, unless we close below this level down here, we'll still have hidden bullish divergence, which actually might pump us to our upside. But right now, I think that this rising wedge will actually pump right now to something like, maybe something like, give or take, something like 27 or something like that up here. To 27, and then maybe go down, and then we'll have a, you know, pullback before we actually continue going towards the upside, because these rising wedges usually, you know, at one point they break on the downside. The rising wedges break on the downside. In bull markets, they don't. In bull markets, oftentimes you have a rising wedge, but they're so bullish that they just break on the upside and continue going up. So if that happens, that's going to be one of the big signals for harmony that it is actually in bull run, in a bull market, and it's continuing to go upside. So if we somehow manage to get out of this rising wedge on the upside, that's an extremely bullish signal, and be sure I'm going to tell you about it. But in the short term right now, I think this has actually a very good chance to bounce towards the upside, because this 20 moving average and this support line down here, it looks like it might just do that, because, you know, hidden bullish divergence down here, hitting the support after a small correction, you know, going up again, and this will create another, you know, of these divergences up here, which will actually pull us towards downside. And then we'll see if we have a third. I don't think we're gonna have the third hidden bullish divergence. I think it's gonna be something like this up here, and then we're gonna see where the breakout happens. But I think this is gonna go right now for another move towards the upside. But you know, if it breaks the 50 to 20 moving average down here, you know, be careful, because the next support is all the way down at 21 or something like that, right? So be careful about that. But I think it might have another push to the downside, upside. Right now minus 6.72 in the red, but I think in the short term it might be getting ready to have another push to the upside. Also on the daily, we are just, you know, going higher and higher over here, getting pushed up. So, you know, even with this rising wedge, pull back down will actually only be pulled back to the moving averages, which is actually quite good. So even with even if you look at the 4-hourly time frame and you look at the pullback, you look at a pullback down here, you know, the pullback should go something down here to 50, maybe 50 moving average, go something like it goes something like this up here, it goes to pullback, goes maybe this 50 moving average down here somewhere, and then continues going up. It's a normal move. But right now, I think short term, I think we are expecting a move to the resistance again, and then we'll see if we get rejected there or not. So that's what I got for you today. Come back tomorrow. Now there is no notifications on these videos, you know, so you have to come to the channel, click the video, and then you know find the video tomorrow, because not all my videos are getting notifications. That said, check out the Patreon as well, and you know, see you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye.